How many of you remember a company called Oculus Rift, which sold to Facebook for $2 billion in March of 2014? What about SmartThings, which was acquired by Samsung for $200 million? Both of these companies were wildly successful crowdfunding campaigns, but their success has created a major backlash throughout the industry. Because in 2 short years, after being funded for over $2.4 million on Kickstarter and backed by over 9,600 people, Oculus Rift made a fortune for its insiders after Facebook bought the company for $2 billion. But the backers who helped make it possible through Kickstarter did not receive a dime of that money. The same happened for SmartThings, which had over 5,600 backers from Kickstarter who invested over $1.2 million into the company. And when Samsung acquired them for $200 million, the backers got nothing, while the equity owners made a fortune. Now you can see why there was so much criticism coming from the crowdfunding community up until now. On June 19, 2015, the government approved something called Regulation A+. What Regulation A+ does is allow backers to receive equity in those companies versus just a product. This way, you won't have an Oculus Rift issue again, where the backers don't get to participate in the upside of the companies they invest in. This is a huge change in the crowdfunding model, and it benefits both the investor and company greatly. Today, I'm pleased to have Steve Michael in studio. Steve is the CEO of Stackit Storage, one of the first companies to utilize Regulation A+. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you for having me, Bill.
So tell us why Stackit decided to utilize Regulation A+.
We're using Regulation A+ because we believe it's the future of crowdfunded investing. For over 80 years, non-accredited investors were not allowed to participate in investments such as ours.
And who's a non-accredited investor?
Non-accredited investors are those with less than $200,000 per year in income or less than $1 million in assets. Regulation A+ essentially levels the playing field for all Americans and allows them to invest like venture capitalists. It's a perfect fit for our company.
So tell our audience about Stackit Storage and a little bit about the self-storage industry.
Well, yes, the self-storage industry is one of the hottest sectors in the market these days. It's dominated by public companies such as Extra Space Storage, Sovereign Storage, Public Storage, and CubeSmart. And let me give you a few examples of how they've performed. The first of which is Extra Space Storage. It has gone from around $5 to a recent high of $72. Sovereign Self-Storage has gone from around $16 to a recent high of $97 per share. Public Storage, which has gone from around $44 to a recent high of around $206 per share. And CubeSmart, which has gone from around $1.40 a share to a recent high of $25 per share.
So how does Stackit Storage fit into this mix?
Stackit is also a publicly listed company under the ticker symbol STAK, and it is currently trading at around $1 per share. And like the companies I just mentioned, who all started out as small storage companies, we're just beginning our growth phase. Our goal is for rapid growth throughout 2016 based upon a strong acquisition model. We also plan a dividend payout that's expected to distribute up to 90% of our earnings back to investors.
What about acquisitions? Have you closed any recently?
Yes, we've just closed our first facility in Texas. It's a facility with 22,000 net rentable square feet. We have plans to close an additional 700,000 of storage facilities over the next 24 months.
So if an individual watching this video is interested in investing into Stackit Storage, what price can they purchase shares for?
If they purchase in the open market right now, they would be paying around $1 per share. But because of Regulation A+, we can now offer non-accredited investors a discounted price of 70 cents per share. However, this discounted price will be limited.
Well, thanks for coming down to share the Stackit Storage story with our members.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
So if any of you watching this are interested in investing in Stackit Storage at a discounted price of 70 cents per share, fill out the form on this page and then click the Reserve My Shares button. And remember that this is purely an indication of interest and is non-binding. The company will send you a follow-up email that alerts you when the actual investment will take place. And at that time, you can elect to invest or not. Thank you for taking the time to hear about Stackit Storage. And if you have any questions for the company, please visit their website at www.stackit.com. www.stackitstorage.com. Thanks, and have a wonderful day.